Hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Let's hop back into the things in, where are we, Bakersfield? Alright, I can roll with Bakersfield. Almost by the highway, we've got so many options. Alright, what do we got? Bakersfield to Prim, pretty short, isn't it? But worth a hell of a lot of money, huh? Gotta get those solvents up to Prim. Bakersfield to Tonopah, also relatively short, but weirdly worth quite a bit of money for that distance, I feel. But Eureka's pretty good. That's a lot of money per mile still. You know, I think we're making some good bank off that one. Any others that are of noteworthy interest? Bakersfield to Elko, but nah. I think we roll with Bakersfield to Eureka. Head back up to that winery up there. See what's new. Maybe they've got a new port or something, man. I don't know anything about wine either. Let's get the fuck out of here somehow. Where's the exit? The exit's back there, right? Yeah, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. I hate it. God. What is that? Do you see that road out there? Where the hell does that go and come from is the real question. Does it lead only to that building? Because if so, that seems like maybe you should put the building up by the road instead of all the way down here. Look, I'm just saying that maybe it's not the most efficient use of materials to create such a road down there, but you gotta upkeep it, man. What if it gets filled with fucking potholes? I don't know how much traffic it gets, but it seems like a pain either way. Unfortunately, here we have to go merge onto the stupidest road of all time, because this is where it decides to merge from 2 lanes into 1 lane, and I just clipped like 8 cars and the guardrail. Quality work. But speaking of crossing the highway, on Interstate 94 recently, somebody managed to go over a barrier, or through a barrier, or through a section that didn't have a barrier for some reason, and just have to do a head-on collision to somebody going on the other side on a highway. So they were both going like 60 or some shit, and then ended up killing the person. Unfortunate. I also passed by that accident on the way home. It was very weird to see. RIP person. Anyway, let's... Yeah, put on calm. Does that sound calm to you? The deaths of other human beings and whatnot? No. But everybody just calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ! Yeah! We ran that. You can go fuck yourself. One day I'll get around to checking the workshop for interesting mods, but tonight is not that night. I am finally gonna be not as busy after tomorrow. I am excited. I have been very busy for the last couple of weeks. Haven't been able to stream just because I've been staying late and shit, and I'm really excited to get back to a more normal schedule. Hot diggity damn, it'll be so nice. Let's turn on to... You don't need to know about my personal life. You don't care. Oh my god. Anyway, let's turn on to this big old avenue thing. Okay, we're almost to our goods pickup. Apparently, 9 miles to go still. Jesus, man, this place is further away than I thought. At least we aren't in the immediate need of sleep or gas. What I might do here is go get the cargo, pull a U-turn into that service station, get a nap, get some repairs, because we do have a little bit of damage, and you know, there's nothing wrong with fixing that up. Alright, everybody move the fuck out of the way, please. I gotta get there, man. How hard could it... Just get there. We're leaving Bakersfield. They used to think that it was so easy. But you're trying. You're crying now. Boo-doo-doo. Saxophone. Music plays from there. Anyway. What is... Oh, it's a recruitment agency on the left. Whatever, we don't care about him. We don't even recruit people. We only recruit Horst. And Horst is not a man. He is a speed demon. And likes to make us that cash money. Alright, let's get up to... How much time do we have? Until Monday, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. It is currently 6 a.m. on a Sunday. So we've got a day to get all the way up that ass. Which should be doable. But we do need to sleep in about 2 minutes. So that might be interesting. Maybe we should postpone the sleep for a tiny bit. Just so we make some... I don't want to be in the position where we sleep now, and then I'll pass out right at the end there if we aren't going to be able to stay up that late. I don't know how long we can stay up. I don't know how long this drive is either. I should really probably, like, pay attention. Maybe make, like, an Excel spreadsheet of how long it on average takes me to get from one destination to another. I don't know if that goes. Maybe one area is especially difficult to maneuver. Think of all the analytic possibilities that we could do with such information. None that I would make use of. So that's why I'm not doing it. That's more effort than I would put into these videos, man. What am I, a fucking analyst? No. Analyst? Anal rapist? Anal rapist? No. Let's... Whoa, hello. God, everybody's in style with that blue and yellow box duo. It's just in this season. Pink is definitely in color. I don't know what the in color is. I don't even know how to tell what a good color is to clothing. I don't get clothing. I just don't get it. It's just like, what do you even, it's clothing. You wear it to cover up your naughty bits or something. And fashion? Fashion? Shoes? I just don't get it still. Fuck it. I'll own them, of course. I'm not a nudist. I like wearing clothes. I do not like wearing women's clothing. Well, I don't know. I've never really tried, to be honest. So, now we're just talking about the confessions of a crossdresser, but I don't know. Hey, my God, there's another one, man. What the fuck is going on? They all want this cargo that we've transported in the past. It's apparently very important to everyone. They're gonna have to merge into me, unfortunately. Well, good luck with that, other people. Not my concern. See you later, fuckers. You want me to yield for you? No, I've got more important cargo. I've got a... Wow, you are such a dick. He did it anyway. He manned the fuck up. Not gonna lie. He did it. He did me good. He did me real good, real slow. But it wasn't very pleasurable in the end. He cut me off, that bitch. That bitch. Don't you love it when people cut you off in traffic? Just makes my day. That is a lie, strictly. I don't really mind either way, though. I'm like, all right, man, you come in here. Yeah, for sure. Maybe I wasn't letting you in on as well as I could have. I maybe not seen your blinker as you were behind me, like in my blind spot. So you know what? You just come on in. Everybody's welcome to this highway party. It is. There's some on bigger avenues. I've noticed recently, man, that there's like designated crosswalks for people not at stoplights. So not all the cars obey those. If somebody's like waiting at the crosswalk, their cars are gonna normally drive on by anyway. Is what I've noticed. But then, so people, it seems, respond to just going. You just gotta go. There's no other way around it. The cars aren't gonna stop, and there's usually quite a stream of cars. So you just gotta either book it when you find the rare opening of nobody coming, or you just gotta go for it and make them stop, and hope they don't hit you. And that is ballsy. But then, man, especially when like other cars are stopped ahead of you and you like can't exactly see, and you're like in a lane all by yourself, and then all of a sudden there's just like people merging in between the cars and you can't see them. It's pretty crazy. There's people all over the fucking place, just walking down the middle of the street. No, they're just crossing it. They're not walking down it. This isn't some sort of protest. No, it's just weird. I got surprised. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Truck. You're taking some wine up to that winery too, like I am. We can be buddies. I'm gonna ride your tail. You gotta give me that slipstream, baby. That sounded real lewd. But slipstreams just seem kind of lewd. I'm sorry, Mr. Car behind me. Excuse me. What was I talking about? Shit. Something about traffic and people. Ah, fuck. Well, it's gone now. I talked about slipstreaming. What a beautiful invention. While I'm sure it exists in real life, I've never been able to really experience it, but in video games for sure. Like, you know, you gotta, if you're playing like a NASCAR game or some sort of racing game, you just get a little wiggle behind them, and then, oh my God, look at that like 5-mile-an-hour speed increase. Oh baby, you get me, Randy. NASCAR 2004 or whatever the fuck. I don't even know if the NASCAR franchise was a thing back then, man. I I played like one NASCAR game. It was like, oh, how fun could that be? Racing. But on a professional setting. I'm like, no, wait a second. This is boring as shit. Why do I want to drive in circles for 5 hours? I could be playing like fucking Need for Speed or Hot Wheels or some cool game like that, man. Give me something exciting. Rumble Racing, of course, one of my favorites. You know, power-ups and Mario Kart and beep beep. And then you like, just like fight each other, really. You gotta fight for the win. In NASCAR, it's just like, well, shit, if we touch each other, we're all gonna fucking explode into a miasma of death. Don't ask me how that happens. Explosions do not usually lead to miasmas, but fuck it, in this situation, in some sort of weird Dark Souls situation, yeah, that's how it's gonna be. I want racing in Dark Souls 3 now. That would be weird. That'd be very weird. I don't even know how it would work, but it would be weird. I'm just imagining it would be very weird. Did you get that? Weird? It'd be weird. It'd be weird. Awkward? Awkward? Lettuce? Lettuce spinach? Anyway, how much further we got? 464 miles. We're getting to that point where we may need to sleep. Is there a rest stop or repair shop coming up? Well, there's one right there in Stockton. Look at that. We're going to pass right by it anyway. We might as well take a little stop over there. Hopefully we have enough gas as well. We can always stop later. There's plenty of gas stations around, I've noticed. Way more than rest stations. Which is bullshit. Because you can just, like, sleep anywhere. Although, I don't know. If you, let's say you're driving home, okay? All of a sudden you see a fucking semi parked, like, in a residential neighborhood. With its cargo attached. And just taking up an entire block. Would that be weird? Would they be allowed to do that? I don't see why not, other than the fact that it may block traffic somehow. Because some of those streets can get pretty cramped. But, like, if you just find it secluded, maybe they park at the fucking lake or something. I don't know. Just along the edge where nobody would park much there anyway. Hey, I don't see any problem with it. Truckers gotta sleep. You don't want them on the road living dangerously, but then if they gotta, like, find a rest stop, I'm not sure of the rest stop frequency in America, although I do see them at least every, like, what, 100 miles? I don't know. There's a few. There's certainly a few. Not 100 miles. Maybe like 50 miles. I don't know. I've seen a few around. I don't actively pay attention to them. But, you know, they exist for sure. There was the one time when I accidentally was... When I was learning to drive, I was also coincidentally visiting schools for the colleges to see if, you know, whatever, to look around. Anyway... I was driving back from one with my father. I was driving because, you know, like, hey, gotta get that practice in, you feel me? While 30 hours is certainly, of driving practice, certainly high hopes, you know, I didn't get there for sure. I don't know anybody who's gotten there. Like, that's just a lot of fucking driving, man. There's no way. In this game, we have driven for 30 hours. That's how depressing it is. I could have spent this time in American Truck Simulator practicing to get my license, to be an actually good driver. How silly is that right there? Anyway, I think we're like 32 plus hours, 33. It's crazy. It's a lot of gameplay time of driving the truck. God damn it. Anyway, so I was driving back from one school and I was like, my father's like, oh crap, I drank like 8 cups of coffee on the tour. Can you pull into the rest stop so I can use the bathroom? I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. And it was like, oh, there's the rest stop. Oh man, it's quite a long ways in. Huh, that's weird. I guess I'll keep going the same speed. Turns out I was going like 80 and just didn't know it. I was going like 80 and like a 70, and I was like, oh shit, I better slow the fuck down. But that was way later than I should have realized. Like, I think I got distracted by a billboard of eggs and bacon. Typical me, and really we were just like booking it in there way too fast, and like right at the end I was like just slamming on the brakes. It didn't go well. I am of course a better driver than that now. I don't know what got into me in that situation. Probably the bacon and egg scenario. I love that Perkins though just has a giant American flag budget. You feel me? It's just part of their gig is that Perkins restaurants have a giant fucking American flag right outside of them. Now that might just make it better than Denny's exclusively for that reason. Now, I'm not going to get into the debate of what's better, because Perkins seems to be a Midwest regional thing only. You feel me? Denny's, of course, I believe is nationwide. So, but while I think my experience at Perkins has been better than Denny's in terms of food and service. Just the American flag helps it out a lot. Like, this is a big-ass American flag. Like, it could probably drape the entire fucking building in how large it is. Like, it is fucking huge in most scenarios. Like, I don't even know how many feet, because it is up there, too. It's flying and free in the wind, like the goddamn American spirit. So I'm just impressed. This American flags. I love a good American flag. You drive down a street when like 4th of July, everybody's got a fucking American flag out. It's like, God damn it, yeah, America. You feel me? You know, I watched V for Vendetta again today after many, many years, and that's another movie that just makes a lot more sense when you know things about political discourse and revolutions and really just not being a child anyway. Because I think the last time I watched that movie was when I was like 13. So that made more sense, that I was like, oh hey, I guess, whoa, what the hell was that? We just jumped forward a little bit. That was freaky. Huh, I might be losing my mind. This is some drug-induced fever dream that I'm having in the midst of my busyness that all resolves tomorrow. Oh god. Get off the guardrail, you bitch! You're not even on it! This is bullshit. So anyway, V for Vendetta. You know, right in the opening lines, the voice of London character, who's like the political party defendant that's on a mainstream of whatever in that movie. Anyway, he's like, America's all fucked up, because in that movie, apparently America's going through some civil war that affects the Midwest mostly. And I'm like, well, that's disappointing. But anyway, they were like, it's like, the plague ravages America, and they're requesting more med supplies. As a sign of good faith, they have sent us wheat and, like, something else. I don't remember. And then this dude was like, you know what? 400 years ago, they dumped our tea in the river. Now let's go dump their wheat in our harbor. It's like, oh shit, don't you fucking dare bring that up. I hate you, England. God, why can't you respect our independence? No taxation without representation. And whatnot. And I was like, wow, you wouldn't do that, you silly goose. We can all be friends now. Just what happened 400 years ago on a part of some disgruntled colonists? Does that have any impact on helping a homie out now? Of course, if you were in the same problem, I'd probably be like, oh, fuck them. Let's all burn their goddamn embassies down and whatnot. Nah, I probably wouldn't. You know, we all gotta hook each other up in the humanitarian effort that now exists. Of course, you know, we can all be friends. I accept you back, England. I don't care what you did back in your imperialistic times. It's fine. How many people did you kill again? A lot? Oh yeah. And subjugate and all that fun colonization, imperialization terms. You're welcome. Anyway, what a good movie though. Or well, I'm surprised. You know, I have a friend that's not really into preachy movies, as he calls it, because you know there's movies like religious movies that you're just like, well, just stop. Just stop. You've gone past a point where it's like reasonable, you know, faith, yeah, okay, community, yeah, sure. Now believe in Jesus because he has resurrected my daughter. Well, it's like, wow, now you've just kind of gone past the threshold of acceptability. It's like, let's all just back the fuck up a little bit. But for that one movie's like trying to make everybody to some sort of political brotherhood. It's like, oh yeah, the government should fear the people, not fear the government. It was like, well, okay. And it was like, yeah, I really like that movie. It was like, it seemed a little preachy. I'm not gonna disagree that, you know, standing up to your government's a bad thing, you know, as long as we have a democratic nation and, you know, free speech and whatnot. Disappointment of basic human rights. Anyway, so it's like, yeah, what a weird movie in the end. You're trying to make some symbolistic shit, you know, like, oh, he's my mother, he's my father, he's my cousin, hey, let's go bowling, Guy Fawkes. And then there's just a lot of symbols. Like, I have no face. And I was like, wait a second, what? And referencing fucking Shakespeare and shit. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. You crazy motherfucker. But right at the beginning, when the character of V appears, he's just like using all his fucking alliteration and shit, the V words, and it's just like, well, now you're a crazy motherfucker who dressed up in a mask and kills police officers. I don't really care if they were gonna rape me at this point. Can you please, like, leave me alone? That's probably how it'd be. I would probably not be accepting of someone who's giving me some fucking techno mumble jumble spiel. It was just like, get out of here. I don't want you. You're probably gonna rape me next. Let's be honest. I don't care how it turned out. You also are a terrorist. In every sense of the definition, I think. You did, in fact, cause terror. I'm not going to deny that it wasn't maybe for a good cause in that movie, but my God, he was, in fact, a terrorist. And a crazy motherfucker. So, such is life. But how did that... I'm a little confused on some of the logistics there of how he's a person, mostly. Because, you know, spoilers, you can just skip past this if you haven't seen the movie, of course. I'd recommend seeing it. But there's some shit about, like, research that's been done on him. Or something. And it was like, well, he didn't develop these weird diseases that all these other test subjects did. And now he's immortal to fire! It's like, wait a second, excuse me? How did he survive that? That man is charred. That's like his thing, is the fact that he's very roasted, toasted, burnt to a crisp, is how I would have described that situation. They're like, no, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Daijobu. So, you know, it's weird. And I'm like, what? How did he become immortal? And what does this have to do with biological weapons? I'm very confused. What a weird situation. Ooh, break it down. There we go. Get that way station in. We're so good at way stations now. Just stop at the right moment, hit enter, and keep on trucking. And we got a great big convoy. We definitely do need gas coming up eventually. How does this work? Maybe that's the last time we slept. I don't know. The GPS seems to update occasionally. When's our next gas station? Never. Never is the answer. How many miles do we have to go? 259. How many miles until 223? Alright, we definitely need to hit up a gas station sometime. So, the next time we see one, we'll hit it up. And be like, what's up? Can you pump my gas? No. Pump your own gas, pussy. That's how I imagine the exchange to go. I find it would be really awkward to not have you to pump your own gas. Like, there's the two, New Jersey and what is it, Washington or Oregon, that's like, you can't pump your own gas. For some reason. I don't quite understand it. They don't trust you with gasoline, light yourself on fire or something, I don't know. But it'd be weird just to be like sitting there like, hey, yeah, fill me up, baby. Wink, wink. Here's some money and a tip, I guess. Do you tip your gas filler uppers, man? I don't know. I hate that shit. I wish tips were more like socially identified, because I don't fucking get it most of the time. Like, do you want to tip? Do you tip now? Do you not tip? Do you tip your cashier? I don't see. Like, you don't tip your cashier, I believe, is a socially accepted process. But then you tip your waiter. You tip, or waitress, excuse me. Why, you know, you tip your valet people. You tip a lot of things. You tip your bartender, I believe you. But like, so if you're tipping your waitress and shit, why don't you tip your flight attendant? What's up with that? Like, they're pretty much doing similar things, except for the good of the plane mostly. But they're still, I hate to use this word, but, you know, serving the people, not servicing the people. That's another discussion. Well, you know, like, why not tip them? Why not tip people for everything? Why not tip the person who helps you out? Why don't we just give each other the tip? Just a tip, okay? I don't know. It's a little confusing. You tip the pizza guy. There's another one you tip. The delivery people. But you don't tip the people who like deliver your UPS packages. Man, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. If you've got to sign for a package, why don't you tip the person there? I don't get it. Why not? You just don't. Of course, with waitresses and waiters, and I understand there that they don't exactly always get paid minimum wage, and they do rely a lot on tips, which is an unfortunate way to do things. But everything else, man, I don't get it. Seems like everyone should just get the tip. You tip your accountant? I don't know. Hey, I mean, accountants would probably appreciate it. You tip your doctor? I don't fucking. They probably make enough money though. I don't know how it works. I'm just saying. We probably looks like we paid our loans because we've gone down like 10 grand since we started this. And you know, paying our loans is an inevitability. It's hard to make that money back. I've noticed. We needed to stop for gas back there. No, it's right there. All right, we're gonna stop for gas. Up at the next opportunity coming up. Up, 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 down, all around. And let's go right. Let's go to Tusk. Yes, there we go. I got a chance to break out my my Queen of England accent today, which was impression, which was a lot of fun. I do enjoy the opportunities to read things in silly voices, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. Is that a rest stop? That is a rest stop. How's it going? We don't need to sleep. It's... Oh, shit. Is it? Oh, no, that's ETA. I got really worried there when I looked down at the bottom and saw it was like 5:03 a.m. and the delivery's due by like 7 a.m. Monday or some shit. I was real fucking worried that we only had 2 hours to drive 150 miles. I was like, there's no way in hell, man. But no, we look at the top right and see that it is in fact only like 1 a.m. 1 a.m. waking up in the morning. Holy shit, what are we doing with our lives? I think that's how that Rebecca Black song would go. What? 1 a.m. waking back up after a blackout. Yada yada yada. Going to the hospital for my friend who has alcohol poisoning. Yada yada. I don't know. Maybe that's a Saturday song. You know, they put out Saturday. I don't know. They are underage though. That'd be weird. Hello, helicopter. Why are you flying at 1 a.m.? When do helicopters have a curfew? I know that sounds weird, but you know, you see like news choppers and shit out during the day. Do you see them at night? Do they show up for news events at night? I assume police helicopters and shit can be out whenever the fuck they damn well please, because they're police helicopters. But what about everyone else? I just don't get it. Can planes be out as late as they want? Civilian planes? I don't know. Because I don't know, you just like... Do helicopters and planes have places they can and cannot fly just because they make so much noise? I don't know. These are things that are for when I learn how to fly. And that may be never because I hate flying. You know, I think being a helicopter pilot would be pretty cool. I wouldn't be a fan of flying a plane, but helicopters seem pretty dope. It's amazing how far helicopter technology has come as well. You know, when the first helicopters were invented in like the Korean War, and utilized there, and then you got today's helicopters. It's madness how far they have come, as well as planes. We are kind of in a pickle. I'm gonna back this shit up because there is the little divot there and a sign that's about to get knocked the fuck over. There we go. That's how we back it up. Look at those reversing skills. If only we could put those to good use and get some more XP when we finish deliveries. But that's a funny one, isn't it? Oh, running this red light. Don't care. You caught me. Too bad. Alright, we're just on our way from Reading to Eureka now. Down those good old wavy roads. Hugo Weaving, you know, actor in V for Vendetta and The Matrix. Cookies need love like everything does. That's of course from The Matrix. Yeah, I believe the third one. What I'm gonna come out here and say it. I'm not a huge fan of The Matrix, the first movie. The second and third were even worse, but the first movie too. You know, it's like, alright, you sure, but cool special effects for sure. Some fun fight scenes and whatnot, but like overall the story seemed a little off its fucking rocker, and maybe a little odd. And the acting, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Whoa. That was my Keanu Reeves impression. Whoa. The story gets kind of convoluted at the end, doesn't it? Man, I can't keep up. Alright, was that a rest area back there, I just realized? On that fucking cliffy rock face? Rock cliff face? Cliffy. I can't enunciate what I'm trying to say. Articulate, enunciate, diculate. Butt stuff. You feel me? Hey, nice lake. I can't even see it, it's so dark. Whoa, excuse me, sorry. I'm losing my mind here. We are going 60 in a 40. Typical me. We're gonna crash. Couldn't avoid. Oh, that's bad. We probably took some damage on that. Oh, yeah, on the trailer and a lot on the cab. Oh, man, that was... We almost had an excellent until we fucked it all up. This is why I hate curvy roads, making me slow down and shit. Man, I can't handle that. Why can't you just let me drive in a straight line like all the other highways? I hate you, and I never want to see you again, Mr. Highway from... Well, of course we have to see it again, because we have to come back this way. Isn't that just sort of unfortunate? Why can't I just take a plane? We could always teleport back to LA if need be. We have done that in the past. Did you see that bullshit right there? Did you see that first speed limit sign say 35, and then 10 feet later go down to 25? Like, what? Holy fuck, that was close to rolling. Wow, did you see that? That was spooky. But anyway, it went from 35 to 25 in about 20 feet. And that's... There's no way. It's like, oh, 35, and now we're back up to 35. Man, what the fuck? Make up your goddamn mind speed limit. Now this motherfucker's right here, and we're gonna probably crash into him, taking even more damage, because, you know, that's just life. Life equals crashing into caravans. And shit. And that's a little weird. Oui, oui, mademoiselle. And okay, still got more back and forth to go. Back and flippy floppy. First he was a wolf, then he was a man. Flippy floppy. What a weird movie that is. Eddie Murphy's Vampire in Brooklyn. It's a weird one. It's certainly not one of his better movies. You know, when you've got classics to compare to, like Coming to America and Beverly Hills Cop, you just can't compete. In terms of Eddie Murphy's classic comedic films in the 80s. But Vampire in Brooklyn, man, it was a weird one, for sure. And it wasn't really Eddie Murphy's role in that movie to be funny. Which was really weird. Like, you put him in there to be his typical comedic self, right? Cracking jokes, being all happy and smiley and shit. Then he's just there to act all serious in what is a comedic situation. Like, I don't think Eddie Murphy makes a very funny man. Not in that sense, but like in a Leslie Nielsen Airplane, Naked Gun, that sort of funny straight man, where he's just like there and he's put into weird comedic situations. And he's just like slipping all over and shit, man. But Eddie Murphy in that movie is just like, yeah, I'm a fucking bite your blood to resurrect my people. And it's like, what? What does this have to do with anything? And then you get your weird fucking cast of black stereotypes to go along with it. Like the fucking crazy old man, the hustle preacher dude, the gangsters and shit, man. I don't remember much about the characters in the movie. It's been a little while since I've seen it, but out of all the things I've gotten from that movie, Flippy Floppy is probably the best. First he was a wolf, then he was a man. Flippy Floppy. It's the same as when I visit my girl in whatever city. It was like, first he was a woman, then he was a dude. Flippy Floppy. Anyway. Woo! Fun times this drive was, huh? Hopefully we can still make a reasonable amount of money. Are you turning in? No, he's not turning in. He's going to. I'll see you later, fellow trucker. Oh, hook me up, brother. Whoa, seizure. Epileptic seizure attack. Okay, well, let's finish this one up. My throat is getting dry for sure. Could use a drink of water. Water. I love water. Give me some of that water right out of the sink. I don't give a fuck. Alright, I'm in a hurry. satisfactory. I don't know what we expected. Almost 600 miles, a little bit of damage, but $13,500 is pretty nice. Am I right or am I right? I'm so right. I'm always right. When am I not right? You tell me that. Right now. Right the fuck now. I'm kidding. So anyway, thank you for watching this episode of American Truck Simulator, and I will see you next time.